I drive a 2016 Porsche Cayman GT4 that now has over 83,500 miles since I took delivery new. This is my second GT4, but the only one I was able to spec exactly as I wanted from the factory. Nothing like having a car built just the way you want it, even when the options add up to half the base price of the car. Driving Highway 1 at dawn through Big Sur is everything you could want with nothing left out. Having one of the top 10 driving roads in the world in my backyard is something I never take for granted and always treat with respect. It's easy to get lost in the beauty, to be mesmerized by the rhythm sections and the sounds of a sharkified flat six bouncing off the rocks. Birds, whales, and sea otters seem to be playing just for me when I pull over and sit on a rock contemplating the many blessings that Big Sur gives. Although I've driven some of the best roads and tracks in the world, coming home to Big Sur always grounds me and reminds me how blessed I am to live here. My children and grandchildren at times worry about me driving this road as I do, but in the end they understand this is what makes me feel alive. When my son visits, he always gets to drive the GT4 through Big Sur at dawn, and it's a bond we will forever share. Choosing Sharkwerks to modify my car was an easy decision. Driving home from British Columbia via the Beartooth Pass in Wyoming, the car crossed 30,000 miles and I was ready for more of everything. I called Alex Ross at Sharkwerks and struck a deal to sharkify what was already a brilliant but obviously detuned package from Porsche. I just kept remembering all that I'd read about Sharkwerks' capabilities and business ethics. I've always valued people over bullshit and hype. After more than 50,000 miles since the mods, I can say it's been the most reliable car I've ever owned, and I made friends for life with the good people behind it. It's special to me for many reasons, not least of which is that fewer made in the 981 series and fewer than 20 with all the Sharkwerks engine and gearbox modifications. And it sounds brilliant with the Cargraphic long tube headers. So this car was reborn as a better GT car than when it left the factory new. Nothing was left out. A 997 GT3 intake and throttle body were fitted along with a larger IPD plenum for better breathing. An EVOMSit Tune stepped up the math game big time and allows occasional 100 octane fun rides. We put in a single mass flywheel with a Sachs competition clutch, a new guard transmission gearing set with lower ratio 3rd, 4th, and 5th gears, and a more aggressive LSD. Cargraphic competition long tube headers with 200 cell cats, and on the exterior a few minor bits, carbon fiber canards, taller wing risers from SalterAero, and a stripe kit from KI Studios rounded out the design. A typical drive to Big Sur is at least as far as Gorda, if not all the way to Ragged Point, which is a 150-mile round trip from Carmel. I've done it so much now that the locals recognize me and wave, pull over at pullouts when possible, and are kind when I see them at Deachin's for breakfast, a place like no other in Big Sur. Respecting their roads in the populated areas is key to being welcome in their environment. I'm a guest, and I do my best to coach folks on the subtleties who are coming here to drive this incredible road. One of my favorite drives through Big Sur has to be when the 5- and 7-year-old grandsons, Leo and Kai, come to Carmel from London. Strapping them into their Recaro kid seat and driving to Big Sur is pretty magical. I can only imagine what they feel on these excursions. Maybe they'll remember these times as they grow up in a world of electric autonomous vehicles. Hopefully at least one of them will keep the dream alive and on a manual gearbox beast that burns dinosaur remains and drive it on inspiring roads around the world in their lifetime.